Here's Trey.
All right, let's go over our core values. I am destined. I am effective. I am strong. I am teachable. I am intelligent. I am noble. I am yours, Lord.
Hey, I'm Haley, and I am just performing one of my many duties as a superfan, and that is sending out fan mail. Special delivery! Ooh, see? Ta-da!
Ooh, shiny. Yeah.
It's important for my favorite people to know that they're my favorite people. That's part of kindness. Kindness is showing others they are valuable by how you treat them. Dear Kyle, I like your smile. You can shoot basketballs a quarter mile. Let someone else rebound every once in a while. Your biggest fan. But don't get me wrong. I'm not just a fan of famous athletes. I'm fans of all kinds of people. Dear Mom, you're the bomb. You're like the coolest.com. You make me want to shake a pom-pom. Your biggest fan, Haley. Dear sis. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. The annoying way you chew is something I don't miss. And your taste in music makes me want to hiss. Your sis. Hey. Did you ever notice that it's harder to be kind to the people that you're closest to? Well, as you'll see in today's story, sometimes the people we're closest to are the people who need our kindness the most. I should probably rewrite this card to my sister. Yeah. See you in a bit.
It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the Book of Ruth.
In the land of Moab, there lived a young woman named Ruth. She married a man from Judah and must have dreamed of a large family and many children.
We'll name them Zeke and Hannah and...
But Ruth's happily ever after ended before it began. Her husband died and his brother too, and that left Ruth alone with her sister-in-law Orpah and her mother-in-law Naomi, whose husband died too.
I have nothing left.
Naomi had come to live in Moab during a famine in Judah, but she had gotten word that there was plentiful food in her homeland again, so she planned to take a road trip.
Ruth, Orpah, go back to your family homes. May the Lord show you kindness as you have shown me.
So Orpah kissed her mother-in-law and left, but Ruth wouldn't budge.
I'm going with you.
Look, your sister-in-law is going back to her people.
Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God.
Well, okay then.
Finally, after a long and dusty journey, the two women arrived in Naomi's hometown of Bethlehem. Everywhere along the road, barley rippled in the breeze, golden and ready to harvest.
Is that Naomi? She don't look so good.
Don't call me Naomi. The Lord has made my life bitter. I went away full, and the Lord has brought me back empty.
Don't listen to them. You just need dinner and a nap.
Finding food was their top priority.
Some of those barley fields belong to my husband's relative, Boaz.
The grain is being harvested right now. Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftovers.
Go, my daughter.
The law instructed the landowners to leave behind some of the harvest for people who needed food, so Ruth followed behind the harvesters, gathering every bit of barley that fell to the ground.
Barley. Let's see. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, sauté it.
Ruth worked hard in the heat of the day. In the afternoon, Boaz came out to survey the harvest.
The Lord be with you.
The Lord bless you!
Boaz spotted Ruth hard at work and asked his overseer,
Who is that young woman?
She came back from Moab with Naomi. She asked if she could pick up the extra grain and has barely rested all day.
Boaz was moved by Ruth's care for Naomi. He waded through the barley to speak with her.
Stay here and follow along where the men are harvesting. I'll make sure no one bothers you. And when you're thirsty, you get a drink from the water jars.
Why are you so kind to me, a foreigner?
I've been told what you've done for your mother-in-law, how you left your homeland to come here. May the Lord reward you.
Boaz offered Ruth bread and roasted grain to eat, and at the end of the day, she was able to bring a large amount of grain home to Naomi.
So much food!
Ruth continued to work in Boaz's fields until the end of the grain harvest, but even then, life would have been very difficult for two women living alone together. So Naomi laid out a plan for Ruth.
I will do whatever you say.
At the end of the harvest, the workers threshed the grain to separate the edible kernel from the straw. Then they held a big celebration. When the meal was over and the lights burned low, Boaz laid down near the pile of grain to sleep. Ruth arrived and approached Boaz just as Naomi had told her to do. She folded the blanket away from his feet and lay down nearby.
Who's there?
It's me, Ruth. Please give me your protection since you're responsible for our family.
Boaz was surprised, but what Ruth had said was true.
The Lord bless you. Don't be afraid. I'll do what you ask. Everyone knows you are wise and kind.
Even though Boaz agreed to help Ruth, there was a family member who was closer than Boaz. So in the morning, Boaz set out to meet that man and the town elders to settle the matter.
I will buy Naomi's land and also marry Ruth, if you will let me.
Well, I sure can't purchase Naomi's land and take care of my own land, too.
So we're good?
Go right ahead.
Today, you are all my witnesses that I will buy Naomi's land and marry her daughter-in-law, Ruth.
As soon as it could be arranged, Boaz and Ruth were married. Naomi came to live with them, and a short time later, Ruth and Boaz had a new baby boy.
His name is Obed.
Aren't you the sweetest little thing?
So through the kindness of Boaz and Ruth, Naomi had a brand new home and a brand new family too. Everyone could see the difference in her face.
Praise be to the Lord. He's given you a new lease on life, Naomi.
Yeah, that Ruth is better to you than 7 sons.
Now, Ruth's story doesn't end there. Her son Obed had a son named Jesse, who had a son named David, King David. And hundreds of years later, a new baby boy was born in Bethlehem who was a descendant of King David, and his name was Jesus.
Let's see here. Ooh, cool cat. This one's for you, Cookie. There we go. You can get that later. All right, let's see here. Team Awesome. Steve, the cameraman. Here we go. Nice.
Did you get Valentine's for the crew?
Yeah, I did. Let's see, you rock. Oh, I know who that is. That's Michelle. Michelle, you rock. Ready? All right. Let's see here.
Do you have one for everybody in the?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. Right. Oh, best hair. Oh. Yeah, I know who that is. Definitely Kellen. Here you go, Kellen. Yeah. Oh, you might like this one, Brandon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Good friend.
Aw, that's so
You are an amazing co-host.
Oh.
Hilarious and intelligent, always eager to learn and to support me in my career and creative endeavors.
Thank you. That is very nice of you.
And
okay.
You are very, 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 very.
I'll just get this one.
Very, very.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and welcome to the So-and-So Show.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Woo! Yeah, go love!
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm a big fan. Woo!
Okay, well, if you are a big fan, then you should know that that is not the proper way to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Sure it is. I've got pom-poms and everything else. I know how to be a fan. It's all about love and kindness and woo!
Okay, could you stop that? No, my friend. Valentine's Day is more introspective, more thoughtful. Like this. Roses are red, violets are violet. This day makes me sore, and so does a pilot.
That's terrible.
I'm a true fan.
Oh, whatevs. I'm way more of a fan than you'll ever be.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Got a game to prove it?
Of course I do. It's time for Fantastic Fan Tactics.
All right, here's how we play Fantastic Fan Tactics. John and I will demonstrate how to be the best fan for a bunch of different sports and events. It's up to you to decide which one of us has the most fantastic fan tactics. You up to the challenge, John?
Oh, I sure am. Let the games begin.
Tennis.
Are you kidding me? That was out! Ref, you need glasses!
Soccer.
Oh! Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Hey! Ole, ole.
Is it over?
Bowling.
Woo! Oh, yeah! You got 3 strikes in a row.
You're out of there!
No.
Chess. Spelling bee.
C-T-I-V. Introspective.
You forgot the E! You know better, Devin! You know better! Come on!
Good effort, Devin.
Bible story time with Kellen.
All right, my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, go Kellen!
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Kellen. We're huge fans.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm a huge fan of you, too.
What's the story today, Kellen?
Well, today we're telling the story of Ruth, a beautiful picture of kindness. And to help me tell it, here's the So-and-So Show players.
Woohoo!
Ruth lived in a country called Moab. She got married to a man from Judah, but sadly he died, and so did his brother and his father. So Ruth was left all alone with her husband's mother, Naomi.
Oh, Ruth, what am I to do? My husband and both my sons have died. I must return home to my own land of Judah.
Oh, Naomi, I will go with you.
Oh, no, dear, you are not from Judah. I can't do anything for you there. No husband, no home, no money.
I will not leave you. Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. I will die by your side.
Well, I see you will not be convinced. So, okay, you can come with me.
What are you waiting for?
No.
Oops.
So Ruth returned to Naomi's homeland in Judah, to the city of Bethlehem. They didn't have much, so they needed to find food and a way to make a living. So Ruth went to a field of one of Naomi's relatives to collect grain left behind by the harvesters.
So glad there's barley for me and Naomi to eat.
She worked hard all day, and the owner of the land took notice. His name was Boaz.
You're the woman that came with Naomi, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Ruth.
Well, Ruth. Feel free to come and pick barley in my fields every day.
Oh.
I will make sure that you're safe and that you always have water to drink when you're thirsty.
Oh, why are you being so nice to me? You don't even know me.
I have heard how kind you have been to Naomi. May God bless you and protect you. Come, eat with me and my workers.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You coming?
Yes.
Ruth and Boaz grew very fond of one another, and soon the two of them were married.
I promise to love you, Ruth.
And I promise to love you, Boaz.
And I promise to take care of you and Naomi.
Oh, God has been good to me. I thought my life was over, but now my life is good again.
Let's dance. Oh, that's cool.
And not long after that, Ruth gave birth to a baby boy named Obed, who would one day be the grandfather to a shepherd boy and king named David. The end. There is a lot of kindness in that story. God was kind to Ruth and Naomi, even when things looked like they were hopeless. Ruth was kind to Naomi. Boaz was kind to Ruth. Doesn't it make you want to go out there and be kind to someone right now?
It sure does.
Yeah, but it must have been hard for Ruth to be kind when things were so rough for her. It's hard for me, even if I don't get sleep or have heartburn or something.
I know. And for some reason, it's even harder to remember to be kind to your friends and family.
Yeah, why is that?
You know, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're around your friends and family the most, so you start to take them for granted.
Plus, they get on your nerves more.
Why did you just look at me just now?
No reason. Hey, thanks for the story, Kellen.
Con mucho gusto. Be kind to each other, fellas.
Bye, Kellen.
See ya. Do I get on your nerves?
Am
I getting on your nerves now? Well, how about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
Reveal the question.
Oh, when is it hard to be kind? How about now?
Someone gets on your nerves.
How about now?
Yes.
Or when you're having a bad day.
Or sometimes it's hard to be kind to the people you're closest to, your friends and your family.
But it's always possible and always worth it.
So true.
Yeah.
Talk about it together, and we will see you next week on the So and So Show.
Yeah, hooray for next week! Ole, 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 ole. Bees elbows.
Oh, like the bee's knees?
Yeah, but not as good. I don't know how to text, so I'm writing my feelings on a heart. That's not accurate because if you didn't know how to text, you couldn't write on a heart. Wasn't Valentine's Day yesterday? Oh, this heart's broken.
Oh,
it's a broken heart. And it says totes because part of the word's missing. Rockstar! That's real. Love you spelled with a U.
Oh, not with an L?
Yeah, the Y-O-U. That's ridiculous.
Oh.
Wow, what an amazing story. It's amazing what God can do through our kindness to accomplish His plan. Ruth was kind to Naomi when she promised to stay with her. Then Boaz was kind to both Ruth and Naomi when he promised to provide food and shelter and take care of their family. You see, through all of those kindness, the Son of God, Jesus Christ Himself, was eventually born into their family. If it wasn't for the kindness, we wouldn't have had Jesus today, guys. That is absolutely incredible. You see, we can learn a lot and be just like Ruth, Boaz, and Naomi. And that's why our bottom line today is to be kind to your family and friends. They were kind to each other, and great things happened in this world because of it. It's Jesus, of course. He was born. Nothing gets greater than that. So remember, kindness isn't just doing great things or being fantastic and valuable anywhere you are. It's just about showing others that they are valuable by how you treat them. Remember the story of Ruth and Boaz and showing others that they are valuable at all times. That's why, kids, remember, our bottom line is to treat others and to be kind to your family and friends. To help you kick off the conversations this week, we have a couple questions for you. Question number 1, out of kindness, tenderness, and mercy, which one of the 3 do you think is the most valuable in order to show that you are kind to someone else? And question number 2, how are you going to show kindness to your family this week? Why don't you guys take the next couple of seconds and talk about it? Wow, wasn't that a great discussion? How are you guys gonna show kindness this week? I'm so excited to see and hear about it next week. Well, until then, let's pray it out. Father God, we're so thankful, Lord, thankful that you used a story in the amazing true story of Ruth to show us that it is important to be kind to our family and friends. Remind us of this story wherever we go and show us multiple ways in how to use our kindness to show that others that they are valuable. God, we're thankful that you love us and we love you. In the mighty name of Jesus, everyone said, amen. We'll see you guys next week.
My name is Erica, and I'm trying to get this metal ball over this bridge, around this magnetic thing, through the metal tubes, around the spiky yellow stuff, through the hoop, around in the maze, and in this orange thing to the very end. But so far, I'm stuck. Not here, not here, not here, not here, not even close to there, not here, not here, nope, here. But will I give up? Of course not! If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what I was taught. It's my responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected. Let's do this. Okay, now I give up. I tried again. I still didn't succeed. I don't want to play this anymore. It's so hard. I don't want to do it if it's hard. I'm tired. My head hurts. I want to do something else. This can't be right. I shouldn't quit doing something just because it's hard. I'd never get anything done if I did that. Let's do this. Hold on. I can do it. Hold on. I made it to the end, and it's all because I whined and complained about how hard it was. Actually, now that I think about it, the whining and complaining didn't really help at all. What did help was something we're learning about in today's story. That's something for you to anticipate. The story is about ants, so that's why it's funny. Let's do this.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 6 through 8.
King Solomon was young when he became ruler of Israel after his father David. One night, God spoke to him in a dream.
Ask for anything you want me to give you.
What? Solomon had just been given the greatest gift of all time. He could have asked for anything. Unlimited money, the power to defeat all of his enemies, or even to be the best-loved, longest-living king of all time. Instead, though, Solomon made a different ask.
Lord, you have now made me king, but I'm only a little child. I don't know how to carry out my duties, so give me a heart that understands. Then I can rule over your people. I can tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong.
Solomon asked for wisdom, and God gave it to him. In fact, Solomon became known as the wisest man to ever live. Over the course of his life, he shared many wise sayings that were later recorded in the book of Proverbs.
These sayings are to help people do what is just and fair, to help young people learn wisdom. Only fools refuse to listen and learn.
The wisdom recorded in Proverbs gives godly advice about nearly everything, from using words wisely to staying away from trouble. But the most famous passages talk about the value of hard work.
You people who don't want to work, think about the ant. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, it has no leader or ruler, but it stores up its food in summer. It gathers its food at harvest time.
When was the last time you paid attention to an ant, other than the one that you were going to squash on the kitchen floor? To better understand what Solomon means about work, well, I think it's time we take a closer look. Did you know that there are about 1 million ants on Earth for every single human? Yikes! My skin is crawling right now. But just look at how amazing these little guys are. Like Solomon said, nobody lays out a set of rules for them. Nobody offers them an allowance or more screen time if they finish their work. God made them in such an incredible way that they stick with it and get the job done. In fact, some ants can lift up to 50 times their own weight. If you were that strong, you could lift an entire car. And ants use that super strength to store up their food, just like we see in Proverbs. And ants also work smart. They leave a special trail of chemicals, called pheromones, that tells them where they've been so they don't get lost or repeat themselves. And ants are incredibly creative. They actually farm aphids in order to have a constant supply of the honeydew aphids release. And the ants' creativity doesn't stop there. In times of flooding, ants will even protect the queen by forming a lifeboat with their own bodies. Just like Solomon reminds us, ants do whatever it takes to gather up the food they need and to protect their colony. They know how to get the job done, and that's with only about 250,000 brain cells. But you? God made you with 10 million brain cells. He's given you everything you need to work strong, smart, and creatively. And because God has given us so much, there's so much more we can do. In the New Testament, Luke records some of Jesus' words.
Much will be required of everyone who has been given much.
You are creative and strong. You have a brain that works like no one else's. You are determined. And most of all, you are created in God's image. That means that you can work hard at whatever it takes to show love to God and the people He's made. Sometimes that might look like helping raise funds to provide clean water for kids on the other side of the world. Sometimes that might look like cleaning your room before your mom has to remind you 5 times. Or working hard to help your little sister to build an epic Lego palace. Whatever your work, remember Solomon's wisdom.
You people who don't want to work, think about the ant. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, it has no leader or ruler, but it stores up its food in summer. It gathers its food at harvest time.
Be wise. Work hard. God has given you everything you need to follow through.
Gotcha. Look, I get it. Work is hard, but if we don't work, nothing will ever get done. Think about it. If the ant didn't work, he wouldn't have any food stored up for the winter. We actually need work. Plus, think about Jesus. He gave us an example for how to love people and serve others, and he always did it gladly. working with all his heart. When we work, we should do it with a good attitude. Like we're working for God. We shouldn't whine and complain every time someone asks us to do something that's hard or boring. In fact, we could choose to work hard even before someone asks. Think of work like it's a mission. When your mom or dad tells you to clean your room or something, don't go, "It's so hard." Instead say, "Let's do this." And then get the job done. You'll finish your work faster and you'll probably have a better time doing it too. So, here's the rule for life to remember today. Work hard. When you work, put your heart into it. It'll feel good to accomplish something. And when you play, you can put your heart into that too. Yes! Mission accomplished! See you next time.